I'm saying, man? Shout out to the hood box office, nigga. They gonna tell you the news, blow your fuse, put your bitch under some new rules. I let your motherfucking boy Montana. Yo, what's poppin'? Your boy Fresh Montana, chopped and screwed, dope man. You already know. Shout out to the hood box office, nigga.
Make sure you check out Girls Show on your mobile device.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So, do you think that peeing ain't dead? You know, pimping ain't dead. It just moved to the web. Do you think, like, what's your feel on that? Like, what's your feel on that? Your take on that?
Now, if you asking me, the question is that dead? Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? There's too many players that I can vouch for that's still out here doing what they do, and there's too many boss ladies that's out here willing to stay down still. But what I will say is, because of so much fuck shit that's been introduced to the game, because the internet, I'm gonna tell you what the internet did. The internet cut out a lot of middlemen, and a lot of niggas that's been in the game just been middlemen, right? You know, deal makers, niggas that don't really have a whole lot of game. And so when you mix that with the fact that knowledge and game is so much more accessible to a female now, it eliminates a lot of what a lot of these niggas had to bring to the table. So it makes niggas feel like the game is over because the bitch don't need me because she can do this, or the bitch don't need me. What's up, Tommy Rich? The bitch don't need me because, well, true enough, she may not need you, but guess what? She never needed you to begin with.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some free game.
Right.
This ain't been 70 and whatever. See, in 1970, they didn't have cell phones. They didn't have, you know what I mean? So, of course, maybe then a motherfucker could be like, oh, she needs me because she can't be on this block without me. She can't be in this space without. Back then, you damn near had to choose. Of course, it was still, obviously, the game was the same. Like, it still was Renegades and all that old shit. You know what I mean? But in 2021, a bitch got that phone. She knows she can post that shit by herself. She knows she can go to the club and possibly get hired. But guess what? It ain't gonna hit the same as when you share the same vision with a motherfucker who has experience, intelligence, and expertise in motivating you and taking you to another level. So when she understands that and she's willing to put her pride to the side, guess what? The game lives on. And it will always live on because there will be females who recognize, well, I can be the motherfucking owner of a hot dog stand, or I can be a part of a Fortune 500 company. See, that's what your game got to come across like. Like, bitch, you right. You can do it. I'm not saying you too stupid to go make some money. Damn near any bitch can do that. If you have cute, any nigga gonna want to give you something to get something from it. For real, that's not fucking rocket science. But bitch, can you do it like I'm gonna show you how to do it by yourself? Of course not. Of course not. You don't have the expertise.
Right.
How could you? It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Because the level of motherfucking discipline that it takes for a motherfucker to reach the highest peak. And I'm not saying this to say I've reached the highest peak in anything. I'm always growing. I'm always learning. And I feel like every nigga that's in the game, whether they got $1 million, $2 million, $10 million, 100,000 or $100, they should all say they still trying to learn, because that's what life is about. Wisdom, growing, getting to the next level. But I'm saying that any bitch with realistic understanding should understand it's no way possible that you can do more by yourself than what you could do with a team. That's just common fucking sense. And some people gonna put their pride to the side and acknowledge that and look for that. And some people won't. And that's the game.
You're right. You're right on that. You're right on that. Cause it's a lot of renegade, like to me, like a lot of renegading going on these days. Like they don't respect the ism these days because like you say, the young females, they feel like, why do I need you for? Why do I need this? Why do I need to give a nigga my money and all this type of shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they feel like, shit, I don't need you. But like you said though, like you gotta respect the game though. So like it's a duality to everything. You know,
it's a duality to everything. And what I have to ask niggas who feel like that, because I felt like that too, and I'm not disagreeing that it's more of it now. But what I do have a problem with is, you know, AP, are you making yourself come across like the knowledge or the powers that you possess are different from everything else that this bitch comes across? Because you can't even be surprised if the bitch don't want to fuck with you if you ain't showing that you got a lot to bring to the table.
Right.
The real shit. That ain't no different from me coming to your motherfucking car lot and you telling me that you got the coldest cars for sale, and when I come to that motherfucker, you know, you telling me you got the AC cool, but it don't blow that cold. The leather seats great, but they got a few scratches. Well, you're not selling me on the car. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice car, but it got 75,000 miles. Okay, so what I'm saying is with the ism, it's like a lot of niggas ain't elevating their game to a point for a bitch to feel like, oh, I'm cool, but I should be with him. You see what I'm saying? So when the bitch start outsmarting you, what you expect to happen? Your job gonna get harder. So what you gotta do, you gotta level up. You gotta tighten up. You gotta sharpen up. You gotta find something about your game that say, you know what, bitch, it don't matter what the fuck you come up with. It ain't gonna hit like this.
Yeah.
That's what game is. If you could identify the reason exactly why a motherfucker chose to give you all the money, then we wouldn't be here. Everybody could do this shit. You got to come across like, God damn it, bitch, I'm Superman. That's why. It ain't no one reason why.
Right.
The fuck? This ain't Monopoly, bitch.
It's just
you got to come across like, God damn it, bitch, I'm Superman. That's why. It ain't no one reason why.
Right.
The fuck? This ain't Monopoly, bitch.
It's just
like when you look at my reputation for success, it would be asinine not to fuck with me. That's how you got to come across to a motherfucker.
Word. And that's how it is. That's how it is. So do you think when P say they mix the D with the P, do you think that's a violation, or is it cool? Cause like, is it cool? Like you should be able to do whatever you're trying to do, man. Like you should be able to mix up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket.
I'm gonna say this. When it comes to mixing something up, I think you should be very business minded. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like but one of my biggest mistakes I could say I ever made, you know what I mean, was I got in a space at one point where it was like, oh, you know, I'm so this, I'm so that I don't want to step outside the box and try this. Like, let's say, I ain't saying I wanted it, but let's say a nigga wanted the cleaners at the same time as he doing what he doing. Well, it was a time in my life where I would have been like, oh man, that nigga ain't pimping, man. That man got the cleaners. That nigga ain't pimping, man. That man got goddamn I don't know, vending machines or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But the smarter me, the more intelligent me, because I was intelligent then, but I just was stuck in my ways, is now like, well, why wouldn't you? Because the goal is to have multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got multiple motherfuckers fucking with you or not, you're not you're doing yourself a disservice to make that kind of fast money and not have other streams of income coming while you're getting that fast money. Because at some point, that fast money is probably going to slow down or stop. Especially when a motherfucker, you know, do they goofy shit that they do, which we all know is inevitable at some point. I ain't met a motherfucker yet that ain't do some goofy shit. 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 3 weeks, 2 days. Hey, a motherfucker don't do goofy shit because you're dealing with people who dealing with emotional attitudes. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about a woman. She get a period once a month, my nigga, she gonna stay emotionally imbalanced. You dig what I'm saying? So it's for you to be prepared when that imbalance happens.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And it's hard to stay prepared if you ain't got multiple things coming out. What I will say I don't agree with, because I was raised to respect the game a certain kind of way. If you play this version of the game, you shouldn't be in a dope game. That part I don't agree with. If you want to have you a business, if you want to try to get you some legit shit going, if you want to do it for your folks, but you can't mix swinging with the P. And the reason why you can't mix both is because half of the reason that you should be in the P is so that you can avoid the law, that you can avoid the bullshit that come with the other game. The bitch supposed to have you in a position where you're not having to take them type of chances. All you should be doing is finding ways to utilize her money as a tool.
So you
But
saying that if you saying, not to cut you off though, so are you saying if you got to mix the D with the P, you lacking, your game lacking, you got to step your game up, or like, I don't,
if you gotta mix both, I'm not saying that your game lacking, because trust me, I know niggas that mix both and are successful or have had success. What I'm saying is you're doing your game a disservice if you take the P seriously. Because if a motherfucker really serious about this game, then you're gonna have enough game to not have to take that route. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if your game working, you ain't even. First of all, if your game working to a certain kind of way, you gonna be like, man, I ain't even got time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even finna play with this shit because I ain't got time to be risking going to jail. But I respect some niggas who just like, I want as much money as I can get. I don't give a fuck how it come. And that's cool. Word. But if you serious about your respect in this game, if you serious about a motherfucker looking at you like, man, this is what you about. If you serious about getting completely blessed by the game, it's gonna be hard to get blessed by the game if you also playing that game. That's just how the game works. You know what I'm saying?
So you think you saying the pimp guy gonna say you sinning then?
Hey man, for any nigga that ever
Pimp C mixed the D with the P.
Pimp C did what?
He mixed the D with the P. You know what I'm saying?
What you know Pimp C for doing most?
I mean, I personally know him for doing most is rapping. Personally.
I love Pimp C to death. I'm gonna ask you a question again. What you know Pimp C for doing most?
Rapping. So what you saying? So what you saying? So what you saying then?
What I'm saying is Pimp C's career wasn't predicated or his lifestyle wasn't predicated on the earnings of a female for the majority of his life. So whatever Pimp C had to get entangled into as far as the game, you know what I'm saying? He already had a career. He already put himself in a legitimate space. If you're in the streets and you're trying to elevate, then it's going to be hard to elevate when you mixing the streets on that side with your game. You see what I'm saying? If I'm already a gold rapper and a platinum rapper, it's not that hard for me to be like, well, shit, I might smash on me a few bitches. Not saying that Pimp C didn't do that before he started. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you want to be realistic and honest, okay, when did UGK come out?
Shit, probably in the 90s. Shit.
So that means Pimp C might have had his first record deal at when? About 19, maybe?
Probably so, shit like that.
19, 20?
19,
and
20.
They had a time where they was going through certain shit. But what I'm saying is it hits a little different when you're stuck in the streets that whole time. You see what I'm saying? Like from 19 to 28.
He had a chance. He had a different chance than niggas.
You got a different chance. You see what I'm saying? So to niggas that's literally in the streets and their whole life is depending on what come out of this end and that end, oh man, it's gonna get different when you take them chances. You see what I'm saying? And that ain't to take nothing away from Pimp. Pimp C is legendary. Come on, it don't get no, but I'm just telling you. You see what I'm saying? This is reality. It's a difference. It's a big difference from, hey man, you a drug dealer and goddamn it, you had to sell drugs for from 19 to 21, and then you got a record deal, and a nigga that had to do that shit from 19 to 33, and then
like Lil Wayne,
Yeah, it's just different. That ain't saying nothing about niggas ain't in. I'm just saying it's a different way you have to play the streets.
Right. Because
you ain't got no paper trail.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't nothing you can say for what the fuck you been doing the last 9 goddamn years of your life.
Right.
But you got $400,000. That shit different.
That shit different. It hit
that shit different.
them trips hit different when you going all across country and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. That shit different.
You know
But
what I mean? That's some real live shit. That's some real live shit. So so have you heard? So have you heard that in the players ball, guys is paying to become the pimp of the year?
I've heard things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard things like that. I'm not gonna lie. No one has ever come to me and asked me anything like that. Like if I wanted to get paid. What's up, Pablo? If I wanted to get paid, or I mean, if I wanted to pay to win, excuse me. But
Right.
I definitely have seen scenarios in which I, question over the years, like, how the hell? Okay. And then I talk to other niggas and I be like, okay, like that's what's going on. But okay, well, it is what it is.
Okay, so now that you say that right, and then you spoke on the mixing the D with the P, and then you say that guys got to be on the P tip if that's really the game. So the game, so wouldn't that be cheating though? If niggas paying to be come play, like it should really, to me, it's just to me, like, it's just to me.
Like if you want me to be totally honest with you and tell you the truth, yes, if you're selling drugs while you're also peeing, yeah, you're
no. I understand you on that part, people. What I'm saying is with the player of the year, on the player of the year topic. What I'm saying.
Oh yeah, if you buy the trophy, you cheated. That don't count.
Yeah, that ain't real game.
No,
they should allow that.
Fucking
I don't think they should allow that though.
But that don't count. You know what I mean? Like, if you had to spend any amount of money to gain acknowledgement at a player's ball or any of that shit, then you know what I'm saying? The fuck, that shit ain't you're not certified for that win. I'm not saying you're not certified in the game. I'm just saying like you can't be acknowledged at the same rate as someone who deserves to be king. Because if you deserve to be king, it'll just show like you earned that shit. Versus, anything that can be bought, man, that shit smoke and mirrors. I can't respect it, but to each their own,
Right. Yeah,
good
man.
questions, though. You definitely asked me some good questions.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Boss Ruff, man. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta come hard with it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real life. Like I'm really trying to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? With the pimp questions thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And just keep it popping. You know what I'm saying? I got my guys. We all Zoo Game Enterprise. Hoodboxoffice.com. And we just out here, man. And we trying to really, we trying to basically bring the light, man. Like I'm trying to, because I do music and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just mixing everything because I fuck with the game. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the game and shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the game. So I just be sitting back and I be watching guys and I be seeing guys.
What to do?
And what my thing is this, I like to bring the fresh new faces, man. You know what I'm saying? Like how Maroy was, you know what I'm saying, dealing with guys and doing this and doing that.
Maroy, that was my dog, man. R.I.P. Maroy.
Yeah, R.I.P. Maroy for real, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to bring that, back, on a different, you know what I'm saying, type of tip. You know what I'm saying, and bringing out guys, you know what I'm saying, and showing guys, you know what I'm saying, that we doing, you know what I'm saying, it's still active, you know what I'm saying, it ain't dead, you know what I'm saying, guys trying to say it's dead, it ain't dead, it's still alive, it's still going on, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's what's up, man, and I really appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, and this just how I do it, man, like I ask the real questions because I want people to know what's the real and not what's the fake. And
you don't want to give people false information, and you want to give people information from people who have been reputable in what they've been doing out here. And I respect it because it's a lot of misled individuals. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers. So to anyone who watches this or sees this later when we, post however much it is we post, I want you to understand that I'm not telling you I know everything. What I'm telling you is I've been experienced enough to tell you the honest truth of what I've been through. And give you my point of view of what's gonna help you succeed and what's not. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't been there, I didn't failed, I didn't fucked up. My whole shit wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? It still ain't. You feel what I'm saying? So when niggas pull your coattails, this a free game too, because a lot of times younger niggas don't like to listen to other motherfuckers because, oh, this nigga ain't got $1 million. So what the fuck can he tell me? Or this nigga ain't got 8 cars. What the fuck can he ain't, his chain ain't bigger than mine right now. What the fuck can he tell me? And it's like, it ain't always about that. Some of the best knowledge I ever got was from homeless motherfuckers.
For real though. They don't understand that.
You don't understand that.
It's a generation.
You don't understand that.
A generation.
Some of the best knowledge I've ever had, I'm gonna say that again. Some of the best, what's up, Prince? What's up, Shantae? Some of the best knowledge that I've ever gained is from people who didn't have anything at that point. Why? Because they could tell me about their experience and what led to that point. All the shit that could have happened and transpired that put them in the mental space that they was in. That's still game. You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand real wisdom ain't even based around money. All money is a tool to get you some more money. All money is a tool to help you experience life at a better space. You know what I'm saying? You got enough money, hopefully you can live your life the way you want to live it. But they come with a price. Because when you in the game, you get so caught up in the game that you're doing so much to earn the money that you might not even be still living the life that you want to live. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I've been a victim of that too, right? I had a time in my shit for years that I just literally woke up, ate, sleep, breathe, nothing but the game. That's it. I'm talking about all my dreams, all my aspirations with this music shit. I halfway was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like, because the game's so goofy. I'm just like, I'm going to just get money, stay out the way, fuck this shit. But once again, I have to take you back to purpose. See, without purpose, the money has became meaningless. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that a nigga had gotten rich or some shit or a nigga had $1 million. Just saying you start losing motivation to keep getting the money because you lack purpose. You see what I'm saying? And so for the younger players that aspire to get greater, you have to understand that it's going to come a time where you're going to hit that brick wall in your game. Where the female is going to look at you in the face and ask you, what's next?
Okay, so let me ask you a question then. A real live question. You know what I'm saying? At that, they say I've heard, rumors. I don't know. I heard rumors that they say that when a pimp loses all their hoes, they have to go. They go and fuck the tricks for the. I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So is that have you heard of that? Have you heard of that? Or what I'm saying? Like,
hey, let me laugh a little harder, man.
is that true? Is that false? Is it, I don't know.
If it is true anywhere, let me get this straight. If it is true anywhere in America, if any one of you goofy ass niggas have lost, whatever was your foundation, and you decided that the smartest thing that you could do next was put yourself out on the market for financial gain, you were never meant to be in this shit to begin with. You see what I'm saying? If your job description became, I'm a hoe up because she can't, use a client. Now, so the only logical thing that you should be doing when you lose that is get back on your shit. I don't know no other motherfucking way. What's up, Blair Story? Yeah, get back on your shit. Get back on your game. Every time that I got down to whatever, and we're speaking in past tense, but every time I got down to every time that a motherfucker showed me that they lost faith in me and security in me and my program and whatever I had to bring to the table, the only thing that I knew was to get my goofy ass back from against the wall and get to work.
Right.
That's it. That's the only way the game will bless you. There is no way around it. There is no cheat sheet for it. If you want to go get on the motherfucking weed man salary cap or whatever you want to do and do that, and you think that's gonna be the way to get back? No. If you really want to get blessed, get to work. Get in somebody's daughter ear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know, man. I cannot co-sign a nigga doing that at all.
Me neither, P. I'm not with that neither.
At all.
That's a full-fledged murder and sin to me.
For real. Like, I don't know what type of game. Hey, man. Look here, man.
Would be highly upset if he knew that guys was down here doing stuff like that.
Hey, man, what Pimp C say? Hey, man, Pimp C, what they say, Pimp C will be mad at some of y'all niggas right now. I heard cash apping bitches man, look, don't get me started, man.
Man, it's the game crazy right now.
It is.
That's because too, it's a man, like you said, a lot of guys don't want to connect with guys and stuff like that. I'm aspiring, you know what I'm saying? So like, I like to reach out to guys that got game so I can get game myself. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then I can give my game and give my, you know, my reality.
And put your spin on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then
what may work for me might not work for you. But you can take something from what I'm saying and what he's saying and what he's saying, and you see what I'm saying? You can find your lane. And the problem with niggas now is niggas be so caught up into whatever the fuck that they won't even acknowledge it's okay to share that game. That's what the shit is for. Why the